Alright guys, how you doing? This is Roger with Back to the Basics. I had a really cool idea a while back and I haven't been able to get a video out, so I decided I'd go ahead and shoot the video. I think it's kind of interesting, kind of neat, kind of goes along with less gear and more of what you'll end up having in a survival situation. It has a lot to do with the hoodie. Basically, I like hoodies. I like wearing hoodies. And even in Florida, sometimes it's a little bit cooler in the morning, and I always have a hoodie on for the most part. So I wanted to show you something that you could do with a hoodie, something that you'll be able to use in a survival situation if you were to need it. And you could use my idea with not only a hoodie, you could use it with a shirt, you could use it with pants for that matter. Just use your imagination when it comes to what I'm about to show you. All right, so here's my hoodie that I had on, and I've replaced the hood ties with paracord, as you could have guessed. I made it a little bit longer, tied some knots on the end, no big deal. Not anything big. Now, I'll show you what these are for here in a few minutes, but I attached some grommets down here and I ran some paracord all the way around the entire bottom of the hoodie. Something easy you could do. You don't have to go out and buy the little grommets or eyelets or anything else. If you're in a survival situation, you could basically make natural cordage or use a thin vine or whatever. It doesn't need to be super strong or anything else for what I'm about to show you. But in the sense of preparation, I plan on modifying all my hoodies this way. Just because it makes sense. I got it with me. Why not make it all the time? So anyway, that's basically that. Now what I'm about to show you is how I'm going to turn this into a backpack. And I've only seen one other video on YouTube that kind of showed this, and this was after the idea that I had. And basically all they did was tie this or use rubber bands or something like that and put it through a pocket, and that was the extent of it. Again, I had this idea before I saw that video, but even then the video doesn't quite go to the extreme that a survival enthusiast would go through. So anyway, all you do is take your sleeve like this, run it through, and then you got the little cuffs here. You kind of overlap them a little bit, just enough so that you got the cuff on each side of the seam here. I don't know if you can see that. You just put the cuff on each side of the seam. Okay. Now, I always have my neck knife with bank line. I also have my bracelets with bank line and everything else. But for this purpose, rather than taking all that apart, I've already got a piece of bank line that I got set up to just for this reason. Basically, it's just a short piece. All I did was tie, a simple loop in it. With probably a regular simple knot. Anyway, all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around just the sleeves. Like this. I'm going to run the other end through my little eyelet here. Like so. I'm going to pull it tight as I can possibly get it. Wrap it around a couple times. I'm not even going to tie this in a knot or anything. Just basically just wrapping it around. Maybe some simple knots, maybe, I guess, just something just to hold it. Here, the pressure alone from it will cinch it up on its own. So when you pull that really super tight like that. Anyway, once you get that done, pull the other sleeve, pull the knot into the center right here, like so. Okay. Next step, take your hood and cinch it up all the way. Okay. And you'll want to tie this in a knot, again, for the sake of not having to untie a knot at the end. I'm just going to tie a regular bow knot here, double it over. Okay, so you can see that's all closed up. Now here's the cool part. I'm going to set the camera up here, raise it up a little bit. basically what I have here looks just like this. Okay, and as you can see, this is where the other video stopped. Some girl did it, she did it really fast and she didn't really show much. Okay, you can see that the back end hangs open. This is where you're going to put your gear. That's why I've added these drawstrings right here. So anyway, you put your little hoodie backpack on like so. Don't be afraid to get it comfortable. And as you can see, you have a backpack. And you can put a little effort into making this nice and super comfortable and getting all the twists out of it and everything else. But for this purpose, just showing you what it can do. Okay? Again, there it is. Alright? Now, in a minute here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you, just for any doubters out there, just how much you can carry in this. Alright guys, so here it is. I stuffed it as full as I possibly could. Actually, there's probably a little bit room, and if I honestly packed it a little bit better and not so hastily, and it was actually gear that I was going to take out with me or whatever, then it probably could have fit a whole bunch more in here. But anyway, I'll just do a 360 here so you can see it's full. And I'll go over here to this camera here, show you what the top looks like. Now, I can take this off. As you can see, it's got a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, so what do I got in here? Let's find out. Okay, first, I'm going to get me a cigarette. Kids, don't smoke, it's bad for you, but at some point I'm going to show you a video on how a pack of cigarettes can save your life. We'll get to that some other time. Anyway, I got my my statue I got from Somalia when I was in the Marine Corps back in 1996. Or I think it was 94 or 95 when I was there. Okay, got my water bottle, empty, cook kit, mess kit, whatever, right there. Mini Inferno, Pathfinder and Striker. Let's see. Oh, I'm thirsty. I always have this with me too, everywhere I go. Okay, and I got, let's see, there's another hoodie. Forgot what a hoodie was. What's the whole point of this video? So anyways, I got another hoodie here, as you can see. Let me get dirty behind me. Another hoodie, number 2. I got a few more. Ron Hood's Survival Edition Volume 6, Primitive Weapons. Ron Hood, the man. Great video. Just in case I have a DVD player out there in the wilderness. Got my knife by RPK. Ryan Kelly made this for me a while back. So there's that. I got my knife. Sling I was messing around trying to make. Not the best looking thing in the world, but it does work. Gave it a shot a couple times, but I want to do a better job at it, so I won't go on there. How to Survive Anything Anywhere Handbook by Chris McNabb. Great book. Lots of stuff that you haven't probably seen everywhere. That's why I got it, because it finally had some information that I didn't know. Let's see. I got my slingshot. I love this thing. Some bank line. Let's see what else I got in here. Big flashlight, mag light. Should have had this e-cigarette before I had this cigarette. One day I intend to use this thing. They're like $100 and I never used it, but someday I'm going to quit smoking because it is bad for you. I'm sitting here smoking a cigarette right in front of you, but you guys see other people smoking all the time. Some pink paracord. This is for all the ladies out there that are into survival. Not to mention it's pretty bright, so another cheapo flashlight. Let's see what else. It's a little mini kit I was working on. It's not quite done yet. Still working on it. It's a product I was kind of planning on putting out, but I don't think I'm going to put it out yet now. Let's see. Some cheap climbing rope. And I said cheap. I mean cheap. Let's see. I didn't steal this, just so you know. It's not stolen by any means. Just to figure what the hell, I might as well take the cash register with me into the survival world. Okay, let's see. My wool blanket. Working on some modifications to my wool blanket. That's another video later. Some wool socks. Let's see. What else do I got? Machete. Anyway, as you can see, this hoodie right here can hold a lot. When I say a lot, look at it all. I mean, this is just random stuff, obviously, but if I was trying to pack for anything, you know, or if I'm out in the middle of nowhere, which is the whole point of why I came up with this and wanted to do a video on it, is no matter where you are, obviously you don't have all your gear with you, but if you wanted to gather things, whether it's sticks, stones, food, you know, wild edibles, pretty much anything you want to collect, not to mention, you know, if you're in a down plane or something and you need some of the parts from the wreckage or whatever, I mean, you guys get the idea. You can put a lot of stuff in this bag and you still have your clothing. Now obviously if you take this off, you know, then you're exposed to the elements, but you can do the same thing to your shirt. If you really put your mind to it and you really thought about it hard, you could figure out a way to turn your shirt into a backpack, your shorts into a backpack, your pants into a backpack. You know, all the while, if you use your shirt, well then you can put your hoodie back on, and now you've got some, you know, protection against the weather. So that was my little video on the hoodie backpack, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I kind of was looking forward to shooting this video because I thought it was kind of cool. Now, this modification that I did to the bottom didn't take me a lot of time, and it wouldn't take you a lot of time to do either. And that's kind of where I'm going with my videos, was showing things that are everyday use. I wear this almost every day to work. So, you know, a little bit of a modification, it makes my life easier out there. If I ever got stranded somewhere or something happened, I'm set. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time.